Hello! My book talk theme is realistic fiction and finding love in new places. I chose this theme because I love to travel and read about beautiful places such as Italy and Paris and the like. YA realistic fiction appeals to young adults because it features young protagonists in real-world settings close to present day. In realistic fiction, young readers may be able to see a bit of themselves in the characters they read about and realize that others have similar experiences to their own. The way the characters in these novels handle their issues may leave young adults with a way of dealing with their own problems. They can also help readers to have realistic expectations about life by exposing them to both the good and the bad about society. It is important to learn that bad things do happen sometimes. At the time, we may feel completely devastated, but it's also important to learn that we can find ways to cope with problems and find ways to pull through it. The first novel is Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. You may recognize this author from The Sun is Also a Star, which we read at the beginning of the semester. The main character, Madeline, is an 18-year-old girl who's literally allergic to the outside world. The possibilities of love and loss aren't an option for Madeline, or so she thought, until one day she hears a rumble and steady beep of a moving truck next door, and suddenly there's a boy named Ollie who wears all black, climbs buildings as if he's weightless, and has a window that looks directly into Madeline's. They catch each other's eye through the window, and they strike up a friendship over the internet. Madeline begins to realize that she wants more than her safe and sanitized existence can provide. A complicated romance unfolds, and Madeline struggles to decide whether it's worth risking her life to experience it fully. Next up is Lovin Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. The simple fact that this book is set in Italy is what really interested me. Tuscany, Florence in particular, provides a beautiful landscape for the action. This is a perfect summer read, especially if you like sitting in the sun and imagining beautiful places of the world. Lena has just lost her mother. She's sent to Tuscany for the summer to get to know her father she's never met. In discovering her mother's journal, Lena and her new friend Ren begin uncovering a magical world of secret romances, art, and hidden bakeries. She sees her mother in a new light, reading about her excitement over studying in Italy, making new friends, falling in love, heartbreak, and life-changing decisions. Through her adventures in Italy, she begins to feel closer to her mother than ever before. Of course, Lena's romantic interests are a big part of the story as well. Next is Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. This is another book where the setting really caught my eye. The most romantic city in the world, Paris. Anna is upset when her romance novelist father sends her to an elite American boarding school in Paris for her senior year of high school. Doesn't sound so bad to me. She quickly meets a good group of smart friends, including handsome and charming Etienne St. Clair, who show her around the magical city. An aspiring film critic, Anna loves the city's many theaters, also the pastries. But she also soon realizes she's in love with Etienne, who has a serious girlfriend. As they become best friends, they both realize that there's undeniable chemistry between them, but with lots of obstacles blocking their way. Will Anna get that French kiss she's been waiting for? Is she wrong to believe that he has feelings for her too? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. When Diplomat Rishi by Sandhya Menon. Dimple Shah has it all figured out. With graduation behind her, she's more than ready for a break from her family. She resents her Indian-born mother's attempts to mold her into a traditional woman whose main goal is to find the ideal Indian husband. Dimple's plans revolve around school and career, with no interest at all in marrying and having children. Dimple is surprised but thrilled when her parents readily agree to let her spend part of the summer at InsomniaCon, a summer program on web development held in San Francisco. Rishi, who also graduated from high school, is eager to be a model oldest son to his parents, who are also from India and also very traditional. Rishi used to love drawing comics, but he set that aside for something more practical, MIT and a career as an engineer. Rishi is totally on board with arranged marriage. He's excited when his parents show him a picture of Dimple and send him to InsomniaCon to meet her, but someone should have told Dimple. When Rishi walked up to Dimple and blurted out, "Hello, future wife," let's just say it didn't go all that well. Eventually, they find themselves partnered up at the competition, and a truce ensues as they begin to work together and even venture out on a non-date, quote unquote. This story focuses on what it means to be young and to fall in love. But it's not only a love story. It's also a friendship story, a story about families, about brothers and best friends, and finding your way. Finally, we have Kids of Appetite by David Arnold. This is about a group of orphans who come together to help each other live life. They call themselves the Kids of Appetite. And I like the saying that's on the cover. It says, "They lived and they laughed and they saw that it was good." And that basically sums up the whole novel. The main character, Vic, lives with a rare neurological condition that makes him unable to move his face muscles, and he can't close his eyes, among other things. Vic's journey begins when he storms out of the house with his father's ashes in tow after his mother's new boyfriend proposes. Vic attaches himself to this group of homeless kids in Hackensack, New Jersey, 2 Congolese refugees, Baz and Zuz, an 11-year-old runaway, Coco, and Mad, an orphan and the immediate object of Vic's desire. He tells his new friends about the note he found inside his father's urn, which contained coded instructions to scatter his ashes all across New Jersey. It's then that a new journey falls into place, and the group works to identify the sometimes cryptic clues to help Vic satisfy his father's last wish. But somehow, 8 days later, the 5 friends are caught up in an investigation of murder and kidnapping. Along the way, Vic and Mad learn more about themselves and each other, and with it, find that it is possible to move on from probably the worst loss a kid can suffer, loss of a parent or parents, and that love and friendship and loyalty aren't reserved only for the few or for the lucky. I think this one is a little bit different, where they also find love in finding a family outside their traditional family. So these are my 5 books: Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon, Lovin Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch, Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, When Diplomat Rishi by Sonia Manon, and Kids of Appetite by David Arnold. All of them are realistic fiction, and each involves some kind of travel or journey that leads to love. I hope you've enjoyed my book talk, and maybe you'll even be intrigued to pick up one or two of these titles yourself. Thank you so much for listening.